Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to Polar Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're doing a prediction video for an optimized playthrough of Pokemon Crystal using Ledian. Ledian is known as a 5-star Pokemon. I really don't know what that means. Maybe it's a Yelp review. Before I dive into this Pokemon, make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel. Liking and commenting get the algorithm going and get this video out to more people. Subscribing to this channel shows me and YouTube that you're willing to come back and watch my videos, and I really appreciate that. Without further ado, let's dive into this Pokemon. The one on the right is Ledian, the one on the left is its shiny. Ledian's design is actually pretty decent. I don't think it's a bad design. And the shiny is probably my favorite shiny so far. It's not pink, it's orange. Orange is my favorite color. If they made every shiny orange, I probably love all of them. This one to me is a very well designed shiny. It really does hit the essence of what shinies are supposed to be to me. And without further ado, let's dive into what happened in the previous playthrough. In the previous playthrough, we beat the Elite Four in 2 hours and 60 minutes and 36 seconds. Now, a couple things. We started out as the base form Ladybug. And we also had to get through the second rival. And the second rival, I believe, took us about 50-some minutes. So we're going to obliterate this time. It's not going to be like a great time. It's not going to be like the best or fastest we've ever done. Do not get me wrong. But we will definitely obliterate 2 hours and 16 minutes and 36 seconds. We will beat that time handily. And then we beat Red in almost 3 hours. 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 31 seconds. This Pokemon really doesn't have great stats. It doesn't. So we're going to optimize this and just beat this time and get it better. And we'll go over how long I think it's going to take us here in a minute. But let's go and dive into the ins and outs of this Pokemon. This Pokemon is known as the 5-star Pokemon, like I said. And it evolves from Ladybug at level 18. We don't have to worry about evolutions. It's an optimized playthrough. We start out fully evolved. And as we scroll down, we'll see we're bug flying. As we scroll a little further, we'll see we're in the fast level rate. Being in the fast level rate means we'll get levels quickly, but they're not very heavily weighted. Let's go ahead and move on to the stats. The stats of this Pokemon are as follows. It is 55 HP, 35 in attack, 15 in defense. Special attack is 55, special defense is 110, and speed is 85 for a grand total of 390. Not good stats. We've had some non-evolved Pokemon at all have higher stats than this. Some baby Pokemon are pretty close to this. This is not a great Pokemon when it comes to its stats. It's not really well designed either. Because if you look at its special, its attack, it's a bug flying. All bug flying moves are pretty much physical, and it has a garbage physical attack, and its special is 55, which isn't great either, but at least it's the higher of the two, and it does not coincide with this Pokemon. It doesn't synergize. Not a lot of synergy in this generation when it comes to moves. We just did Noctowl last week. Noctowl has high special, but none of its moves are special, except for like Dream Eater. That's the only move that's special. And yeah, we had to get creative with how it works and how we use the Pokemon. Physical attack stat wasn't its best, and in this case, physical attack stat's not its best, and that's where, if it had any stat moves at all, that's where the physical attack stat should be, or the best attacking stat should be, is coinciding with its specialty. However, I digress. There's nothing we can do about that. Let's go and look at the weaknesses. Flying, we're 2 times weak. Rock, we're 4 times weak. Fire, we're 2 times weak. Electric, we're 2 times weak. And Ice, we're 2 times weak too as well. We're immune to ground moves, and we are resistant to fighting, bug, and grass. So not bad resistances. However, we're going to get pummeled by some parts of this game, I tell you that, if we're not prepared. Now, let's dive into the moves of this Pokemon. So the moves are as follows. We start off with Tackle and Supersonic. Tackle is 35 base power, 95% accurate. So not a horrible move, but we're going to need to outpace this. We're going to have an egg move as well, so I'll dive into that here at the end of the moveset review. We get Comet Punch at level 15. It's 18 base power, 85% accurate. We actually get access to Light Screen, Reflect, and Safeguard level 24. I think we're going to use Safeguard. Safeguard, if you initiate it, you can't fall asleep, get poisoned, or get paralyzed, or maybe even confusion. I think all those things apply. There's literally a lot of options here. Light Screen, Reflect, just depends on what strategy you want to go with. Baton Pass, not going to use Swift. We'll get Swift way before level 42 because it's a TM. We can get it right away as soon as we beat Faulkner's Gym. And then Agility ups our speed. Don't know why we would use this. Every time a Pokemon has decent speed, it always has Agility. I don't know why. If it was Gen 1, it'd be great because it gives us the option to badge boost, and we can maybe, kind of badge boost through some problems. But in Generation 2, you don't have that luxury. And then the last move we can get is Double Edge. Don't know why this Pokemon learns Double Edge. Nothing here is Bug type. Nothing here is Flying type. I don't understand it. Like I said, lack of synergy. But let's go and go over the TM moveset, and we'll see if there's anything here that can kind of give us some saving grace. The first thing that we have access to is Dynamic Punch. I've gone over this a million times. It really only has use in one battle, and that is against Red, where it is a Boomer Bust move to use to get rid of the Snorlax. It's 100 base power, 50% accurate, and it also confuses the opposition. There's only 5 power points, so you're limited. However, it does have utility and does have use, but it's in a very RNG based use. Headbutt is a decent move, 70 base power, 100% accurate. With our speed, we'll outspeed a lot, and this will help one-shot some Pokemon. It also help flinch some Pokemon in case we can't one-shot. Curse, not going to use. Rollout was a big move in the previous playthrough that got us through Red. I don't think we're going to need that because I have an idea for Hidden Power. But Rollout is a legitimate strategy and option that we can fall back to just in case. It's just a lot of luck. You can't miss. The opposition can't hit you and make you miss. It builds over a couple turns, and one miss resets the whole thing. So it's really a boom or bust strategy, just like Dynamic Punch. However, I don't think we're going to have to use Rollout, but it's here just in case we need it, because it was how we beat the game in the previous playthrough. I'll go over that in more detail. Toxic, not going to use. Hidden Power, we're going to go with Hidden Power Rock. Hidden Power Rock will help us against some really difficult Pokemon we got to deal with. A lot of flying types, but mainly it's like one Pokemon that Hidden Power Rock helps with, and that is Charizard. Charizard is 4 times weak to rock Pokemon, or rock moves I should say, and we're weak to fire, and we're weak to fire like indefinitely. It's going to obliterate us. So this might be a really easy way around our flying or our fire Pokemon problems that we're going to have. Sunny Day, not going to use. Sweet Scent, Snore, Hyper Beam, Protect, Giga Drain, Endure, Frustration, Solar Beam. Giga Drain could be used, but you'd have to go with a specific strategy, and I don't think this strategy is going to be inducive. I thought about it in the previous one. If you watched the previous playthrough, which I'll link in the comment section down below, I really did talk about how I think I missed out on using Giga Drain. It does go off for a special, but it's not stab. And after some consideration, I just don't think Giga Drain is going to be the solution we have, because we have a bunch of moves we're going to use in this playthrough, and I think they're just going to have better long-term use, especially towards the end of the game when we're fighting Red. So Giga Drain probably won't be used. I talked about that in the previous playthrough, but I think I've reconsidered as to why I didn't use it, and it made sense not to use it, and I'm probably not going to use it in this playthrough. Return is the next move we got to go over. 102 base power with maxed out Friendship. Dig is 60 base power, 100% accurate. It's going to help us with a couple problems like Morty's Gym. Can help with Whitney's Gym if you need to break the rollout combo. So it does have some use. It's just not a long-term use because it's such a low base power move. Double Team, not going to use. Ice Punch, very useful. Pretty much eliminates one gym leader and one Elite Four member by just having it. 75 base power, 100% accurate. It does go off our higher special attacking stat, so that's pretty good. Swagger, Sleep Talk, Swift will have a short utility, short usage in the game. Doesn't help early dealing with one of our problems, but I have another solution for that. But very good move to have early in the game. It definitely is better than a 35 base power tackle move. Thunder Punch, 75 base power, 100% accurate, helps with a couple problems as well. Rest we will have access to. I don't know if we'll use it. Attract, Thief, and Flash. I wish you could get Thief super early. That would really solve the gas suit problem. But I digress. We don't have access to that. So, that being said, that's our level up moveset. Decently broad, but like I said, a lot of things don't coincide with our stats. So, this is an optimized playthrough. We got some fun things we can do. We can look at the breeding moves and pick a move from the breeding moves and add it to our moveset to start the game and give us the best chance we can to play through this game and get a good time. Bide is one we're not going to use. Light Screen's not going to use. We get that via level up. Doesn't make sense. So, the option we have is Psybeam. Psybeam, 65 base power, 100% accurate psychic move, goes off our special attack stat. This is by far the best choice. By far the best choice. It's going to be nice to help us out. And yeah, we get that start the game. That solves a lot of problems that we're going to have. And now as we move on, we have a prior evolution move in Barrier. Not going to worry about that. So let's go and go back to the Pokemon and give it a little bit of prediction here. So, I've gone over the moves, gone over the stats. What do I think? Well, I think with the original time of the Elite Four, 2 hours and 16 minutes, I think we'll beat the Elite Four in around an hour and 30, an hour and 35 minutes. I think we can do that. Do I think it's going to be a fast playthrough? Absolutely not. I mean, that's 30 minutes. There's Pokemon beat the whole game in less than an hour and 30 minutes. So I think beating the Elite Four in an hour and 30 minutes definitely showcases how bad this Pokemon is. However, I think having a good 45-minute improvement on the time is going to be really, really awesome if we can get that accomplished. The other thing is we have our Red prediction. In Red, as long as we get this around 2 hours, I'll be tickled pink. About 2 hours and 2 hours and 10 minutes. This Pokemon really has a hard time. It's one thing if you have a good moveset. It's another if you don't have the stats that coincide with that. And you have to fight that battle the entire game. And we have to fight against your stats to just try to succeed and try to get through things. So that's the problem with this Pokemon. It's the problem with a lot of Pokemon Generation 2. And in this case, Ledian, it's just not a good Pokemon, but it's a cool looking Pokemon. I'm excited to play through it. So we'll see how this plays through. But that's my prediction. Around an hour and 30, an hour and 35 minutes for the Elite Four. And then to beat the entire game is about 2 hours and 5 minutes. Let's just put that stamp at 2 hours and 5 minutes is what I predict. Somewhere around that time. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that's a little ambitious? Do you think I can do better? Do you think it's going to go a lot worse? You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is Poliwrath's Wrath. Let me know what you think. On Wednesday, we have a video coming out with a playthrough of Pokemon Blue with Poliwrath. It's part of our mini-series, figuring out who the best fighting type is in Generation 1. And Poliwrath is going to put on a show. I've already got that playthrough done. I'm editing it as we speak, right after I end this video. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting Pokemon. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you tune in on Wednesday. And then Friday, obviously, is our optimized playthrough of Pokemon Crystal with Ledian. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Everyone have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.